All right, let's see if it works now. That was weird. It may have just taken a restart on my computer. Um, my computer's been giving me issues lately. Um, I have not appreciated it at all. Seems to be fine. I have stats pulled up, so if it's not fine, I'm gonna know right away. Um, it's looking fine. So hopefully it's fine. Yeah, no frames dropped to network. It's been 3 minutes. It must just have the reset must have done it. I maybe I need to reinstall my network drivers or something because something's fucked up there. It's been doing this weird thing to me where oh my gosh, you can't just jump up here. My computer's been doing this weird thing to me lately where um what the fuck was I saying? Uh like it'll just like say there's no internet when my Ethernet's perfectly connected. Like I'll unplug it, replug it, nothing works. Restart it, and all of a sudden it works. So I think that's what happened here, or something alongside the same issue. Um, I do think I'm gonna have Stream Manager pulled up. Um, can I? What the fuck? Why won't this let me scroll? What? Well, I believe it's fixed, Chris. I think so. Um, I restarted my computer because I was doing a continuous speed test, and it was saying like all upload like 100% packet loss. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. It seems fixed after I restarted my computer. So I guess that's what we're going with. Like there's I I don't know what else it could be. Uh, just trying to. It's good now. Yeah, it's fine now. Like nothing's dropping. I'm trying to get like the stream manager, Twitch's stream manager. Trying to get it set up on my laptop over here, so that. Oh, is it saved? Is it not saved on the site? Is it saved as a fucking cookie? Oh, that's dumb. Oh man, I wanted. It's being very difficult. God, that's dumb. Refreshing it, maybe. I just need some way to, because I only have one monitor right now. Um, I guess I can see bitrate there. I guess I can see if it tanks. I'm sure if I have people in here, they'll let me know if it starts tanking. I'm sure they'll let me know right away. All right, let me go ahead and tweet out. How the fuck do I get to my drafts? Wait, how do I get to my drafts on desktop? You looking like a snack today? Thank you. Just over here struggling. What the fuck? I know how to do it on the phone, but I don't know how to find your drafts. Yeah, I know how to do it on the app. How do you do it on desktop? Oh my god. How do you do it? This gotta be something that's like super easy, I'm sure. I'm just like completely missing it. Like, oh, whoops. 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 How the fuck do you get there? Everyone can reply. This? No. Wait, tweet. Oh, unsent tweets. Okay, that must be it. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Tweet that shit out. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's find. I'm also eating right now. And I need to eat more right now. Because I've barely eaten today and I need food. Voting closes at 11:59 on Friday, January 15th. We have less than 6 hours. We have like a little over 5 hours. And I don't expect to be streaming this that long. There's 300 designs. Oh, you know what? OBS plugin. There's an OBS plugin I wanted for this. Now maybe. There's like a plugin where you can like take a part of the screen, make it a picture, and put it directly into OBS. I like want that. Oh man, today has been a day. I couldn't sleep until 9 a.m. Woke up at 2 and had to do a lot of shit. Had to I guess it's really only one thing. We went and got my cat some medicine for her feline herpes virus, because she's having a real bad flare-up right now, which is not great. Oh, I'll get some music playing. There we go, that should be... yep, it's sounding okay, I think. Let's see, I saw this plugin in... I think this guy's video. Move transition. Actually, I should have this plugged in so I can actually listen to this.
Used to create my advanced stream layouts in OBS are plugins. And basically what a plugin does is it adds extra features to OBS that it doesn't have.
Spectralizer?
OBS, called Audio
No.
Visualizer. And then
Shader
to
filter?
a source is you just go to the filters for any source that you
No.
want. Add a
Closed captioning
user-defined
Scrab?
shader, take the log new hotkey to your on normal image source, so you
Yes, this is the one.
check out Scrab. Basically, it adds a new hotkey to your settings that says capture screenshot, and when you hit that hotkey, it's gonna bring up this region selector, and then you can just highlight a region on your monitor and then hit enter, and it'll automatically add a new image source to the current
I
scene.
may have
From there, you can create it as a
to...
normal image source, so you can just zoom into it if you want, or delete it if you just want to add it temporarily.
May have to restart the stream. I don't know if I can add a plugin while streaming.
Content and you see something funny that is really small, you can like take a quick screenshot of it and then zoom into it so your chat can see it better. I don't know if this is something that's going to be useful.
So this is
If you're
what...
the kind of person who takes a lot of screenshots, maybe you're an artist, or you just want to capture a small portion of your screen, check out Scrab. Basically, it adds a new hotkey to your settings that says capture screenshot, and when you hit that hotkey, it's going to bring up this region selector, and then you can just highlight a region on your monitor and then hit enter.
That's exactly what I want.
Automatically add a new image source.
So I can add flags to
scene in OBS. Then from there, you can treat it as a normal image source, so
scene.
you can just zoom into it if you want, or delete it if you just want to add it temporarily. What I think this would be really useful for is if you're doing like React content and you see something funny that is really small, you can like take a quick screenshot of it and then zoom into it so your chat can see it better. I don't know. If this is something that's going to be useful for you, then you'll know. Get that out of here. So those are
I
5
need
plugins that
another
you can install today. as
iPhone
well as
cable
the
real
other
quick.
drivers.
I'm not sure if I have one over here or not. Well, fuck. I need to grab one. Okay. Sorry, this is just kind of like me setting up shit before streaming, because I don't have shit together right now. There we go. Grab that. Yeet. Yeet, yeet. Grab the iPad. Bleh, bleh. Okay, we're gonna start doing flag stuff real soon. Just need to get this going real quick. That goes there, and then cable plugs into the computer down here somewhere. Cool. And first and foremost, let's get the above lights doing something neat instead of just being whatever they are right now, which is just kind of lame. Scene. Oh, you know what? Let's do. There we go. Nope, not that one. What the fuck? Does that look good? Maybe that's a little bit better. Like kind of a Northern Lights thing going. Hmm. I kind of like that, honestly. But hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a cool, like a light that looks cool. No, not that. Jesus. Do police. Wee woo, wee woo. It's not a very good police. It's very dark. Afternoon. I just like something that's a little bit variable. No, not that. Well, my app froze. Whoa. Could do that. That's a little too much. It's like either something's like good, like too much, or it's too little. Let's just do this. That should be fine. Yep, that's fine. Okay. 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 Let's get Duet running on iPad here so I can get OBS over onto the iPad. Duet needs to be running. There we go. All right, so how do you use Scrab? That's the question. How the hell do you use this plugin? Adds a configurable hotkey to quickly select a region. Okay, so it looks like you, in hotkeys, where is it in hotkeys? What the fuck? They don't like actually show how you get to it. What? How do they? Okay, so let's go settings in here. Hotkeys. What hotkey is it? What does it add? Do I have to restart OBS to do it? Demonstration. Okay, but I want to like pause this. Oh my god. What's the fucking hotkey? Capture screenshot? Is that it? Oh god, this is infuriating. Screen grab adds a configurable hotkey. Oh god, I don't know how GitHub works. I'm always so confused when it comes to GitHub. Okay, so screenshot selected source screenshot output. Maybe I have to restart the stream. Okay, I'm gonna restart real quick. And I'll be right back. Okay, back. Let's see if that... Hey, there we go. I think that's it. Okay, so let's set this to... is anything set to, say, Control-Alt-S? Doesn't seem like there is, so let's just go ahead and set it to Control-Alt-S. Hotkey is Control-Alt-S. Capture screenshot with last selected area. Okay, so apply that. Control-Alt-S. And if I want to, say, take a... Press enter. Hey, look at that. Boom. Let's get rid of that. Drag OBS over here. That's curious. Why is that happening? What? It's like not... Maybe it needs to be higher resolution. Maybe not that high. I'm sorry, this is all just set up. I mean, it doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment, so I suppose it's not such a huge deal. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, run here. System hotkey. Control-S. Alright, so now if I hit this, it's gonna let me grab something like this. Then I'll go ahead and delete that. We don't need it. Cool. Cool, perfect. All right, we're ready. Ready to go. Flag time, baby. All right. Flag Design Gallery. Thank you to all our artists, designers, and dreamers who submitted design ideas for Spokane's new city flag. With over 300 designs to consider, the Spokane Flag Commission needs your help narrowing down all of the possibilities. Each design has a heart icon. Click that heart to show a design a little love. The Spokane Flag Commission will use this information to guide their selection and creation of a much smaller number of flag designs for residents to vote for in the spring of 2021. So there's going to be 2 referendums. This is like a preliminary one to like weed out like all the like really not so good ones, you know? Like anybody could submit one. If you're 5 and you drew a design and you submit it, it's probably going to show up here. So prepare for that. All right. Let's get some music on. If you change your mind about a particular design, click the undo swirl. You can like as many designs as you wish. Have fun and happy browsing. Perfect. I just need to. Okay, how about that? Oh my god, my mic's been muted this whole time. Fuck. Okay. Lol. Jesus Christ. Thank you for saying something. I like this one. This one's a solid design. It has the blue for the river, the purple for the lilac, and it's got a lilac in the center there. Flag features lilac, referencing the city's nickname, Spokane's Lilac City. If you did not know, the white line cutting across the center flag represents Spokane River. Cool. Maybe a little bit wavier. I don't know. That's a subtle wave. I like it. Blue color represents water, and the purple represents the natural flora of the area. I like this one. So Spokane is having a... they're changing our flag, because our current flag, as seen right there, one of the few Spokane flags in existence I own, it's awful. It's absolutely terrible. It's got these... I'll show you a little bit better of an image of it. Look at this shit. That's our current flag. It says Children of the Sun right there, and it basically looks like clip art. So we're changing it this year. So we have a commission going right now. It's got like a lot of vexillologists on the commission, which are people who are enthusiastic about flags, and study flags, I think. But there's over 300 designs that have been submitted by the public, and there's a voting system. So tonight at midnight is when voting ends for the first round, and then that's going to be curated down based on user feedback, based on like citizen feedback, and then it's going to go to another vote with a like cropped down selection of flags. So this is like every flag that's gotten submitted by people. I should have worked on a flag design with like my friends and submitted one, but you know, other people are better at flags. I'm just enthusiastic about flags. You know, other people can do flags a little bit better than I can actually make them. I'm not that artistic. Oh, I hate this. It's not the worst, but that sun is almost as awful as that sun. It's almost as bad. Is there a better image of the... Like, it's almost as bad as that flag, and we do not need anything that reminds us of that. It's like the same. It's just got less spikes. No, too similar. River symbolism, but adding lilac color. Yeah, it needs to have lilac color. We need, because Spokane's like Lilac City, so we need lilac color. That makes sense. A lot of these flags have lilac color, and I am here for it. I'm not here for that color green though. It's way too light for like our evergreens. I'm pretty sure I passed on this one before. Ah, my nose itches. Oh god. This is interesting. It's like fish scales. And then 4 waterfalls. Do we have 4 waterfalls? 2. Symbolic of a number of elements, which ties Spokane's open to interpretations, includes not limited to Samba scales, ponderosa pine patterns, blah blah blah. Bars and background are symbolic of a number of things open to interpretation as well. Okay, but give your interpretation, like it's supposed to have like symbolism behind it, like intentional. It's fine if it's open to interpretation, but no, I don't like this. That color blue is absolutely awful. I'm not a fan. This one down in the corner, is my favorite so far. You know what, can I... Maybe I can put this over here. Kind of wanted. Oh, you know what I can do though? Hang on. Let me unlock this. Drag it over a little bit. Enlarge it. Sorry, just... Does that look awful? Looks kind of bad. Looks kind of badass. That seems a little bit better. We can shrink this a little bit to fit more in line. I've been tinkering with the stream, like all stream, it's been bad. Just constant tinkering around with it. Oh god. No, way too fine a detail. Way too fine of detail for the fish. But no. Okay, so here's like the basics of flag. Flag design, right? You want something that's going to be able to be seen, recognized from extremely far away, right? You want something that's going to be... Let me get this a little bit away from my face here. Seen from very far away. You don't want any text on the flag. If there's any text on any of these flags, it's gone. It's gone. Actually, I haven't seen any text at all, so that's very good. Even Seattle's flag has text. Seattle has an okay flag. It's pretty good. They need to get rid of the text, but it's pretty good. But look at the detail on these fish. No. It needs to be more simplistic. Yeah, no. No, thank you. Can I... Oh, I can use the arrow keys. Cool. That's what I'm going to do. I have not eaten much of this food that I have here. Whoops. What the fuck? Spokane's pretty far from communist. I know that's not a sickle, but... Wait, okay, river at the bottom. Okay. Hammer and pick. The hammer and pick are tools of mining trade which represent the industry and history. Okay, we don't need, like, the history of Spokane, no. I mean, not that kind of history. That's interesting. Why does it look like it's on fire? And I know people like using the clock tower in Spokane in these designs, but I don't know. Like, I mean, this looks good. This is a really nice silhouette. I'll give it that. But, I mean, the clock tower is really historic. Took inspiration from 1912. 1912 version have yellow? Oh, it had yellow in the sun. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. Ooh, baby. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why is there 11? I like this. I don't know if I like this for Spokane flag, but overall I like this. Diagonal line loops on upper center of field to create symbolism of the sun rising over Spokane. Okay, so it's like a sun pattern. I don't know about that, but sun represents children of Spokane. Children of the sun is what Spokane means. It's the, like, what the native tribe, their name, the Spokane tribe, it's what it means, children of the sun. So that's why there's gonna be so many suns. Like, it's pretty integral. Its residence symbolized by the line. Intent is to represent bond and equality among. Wave below the line and sun represent the Spokane River. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go ahead and screen grab this. Oh shit, does it just replace? Oh shit, I didn't know it just replaced. Oh no, I like the other one better. Okay, well, okay, so we can only have one. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Let me find the other one. So this one's still my favorite. Definitely my favorite. I'm gonna add like a little text thing that says like favorite. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Favorite, maybe I can do like some lines. No, that's two. That's fine. How's your day going, Davis, if you're still here? I hate this. Dislike. No, God, what? No. No, I don't like it. Ugh, this one's too... no. I liked it? No. No. Take it away. I don't, in fact, like that. What the fuck? The red... Okay, there's a big red wagon in the downtown park. It's a big red wagon with... And this thing is a slide. So I get it. But no, we're not putting that thing on the flag. No way in hell. Like, it's cool. It's cool that it's just there. Like, it's iconic, but it's not like the Red Wagon. Red Wagon reminds me of Downtown Fun. Maybe a kid made this. I mean, it's cute. No, this is too religious. This is like the Star of Bethlehem. No. Okay, so that's... Oh, what the fuck? This is so weird. This is such a weird... No. Okay, I hate how that, like, clips this out. It looks like it's taking cut out of this, and no, I hate it. Gold, the plains that characterize the region. Green, nature and greenery. Blue is Spokane River. That's an awful blue. Like, this blue down here of my favorite so far. That's a good blue. Can I do anything to make that text look better? I thought I could do like a oh, outline. There we go. It doesn't really make it look any better, does it? Nah, fuck it. Just keep it as it is. Maybe throw a gradient on there. I don't know. All right, this is awful. What? Okay, what? The flower, Camasia Flower. Okay. Plant was a staple food of Spokane people. Okay, that's cool. Flower shown here with 3 petals. Each petal represents a branch of the Spokane tribe. Upper, middle, and lower. The flower is depicted blooming from the river on a snowy background. Merges in spring. Okay, there's a lot of symbolism there. I just don't like it. I don't like the colors. I don't like how it like clips into the flower so harshly. But I give it credit for like having decent symbolism, you know? Oops. Hell no. What the fuck is this? Surrounded by blue and lilac. No. No, this is... no. I don't like it. No. It's gotten... this is another good one. It's not as good as that one, though. That one is, like, so solid, aside from the fact that it looks like bacon. That one looks atrocious. Are you talking about this one? Or that one? They both look atrocious. I like this one, though. I'll give it a heart. I think it deserves to go on to the next round. Yep, the most recent one. This one? You think this looks awful? It's nowhere near as good as that one, but I mean, compared to a lot of these, it's like decent. Oh no, that one looks pretty. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's not that bad. I don't like the like 3 equal bars. I don't like that on flags. That's a me thing. Just so many flags do that. It's so unoriginal and uninspired. But I mean, it's alright. I like the use of this. What the fuck is this flower called again? Camasia Flower. Is that the same as this one referenced? Camasia. Okay, Camasia. Okay. No. Kind of. I don't like that sun at all. That sun is way too chaotic. and like dragon-like. And this is even more bacony than my favorite boy down here. Yeah, I can't vote on that. I would not like to see that. Hell no. Okay, so this is like a better design than the last one. This must be the same person. So you made a very similar design. Yeah, this one's alright too. You know, if this was Spokane's next flag, I don't necessarily like the color of blue, but I don't know, I'd be down. 9 spikes. Forget what that's used for. Oh, there's popcorn chicken here that I like barely ate any of. Now it's cold, but I'm just gonna keep eating it. You know? Sometimes you have to do it. I mean, it's veggie popcorn chicken, so can't really go bad that quickly, right? Oh, you know what I should do? Oh, whoops. Shit. Next. We're gonna do increment, decrement, so we can just use left and right. That way I don't have to hit 2 keys, left and plus. I hate this. It's not the worst. It's more like a seal though. I don't like how detailed the lilacs are. I don't like having a flag and then a thing in the center of the flag like a seal. I'm not down with that. So nope. What is this supposed to represent? Also, these colors, oh my god, I didn't even realize. Holy shit, look at that color. Oof. I don't mean shit on these. I mean, these are, people made these and I'm sure they're proud of them. So, hey. You don't want to vote on flags with me?
I'm pink.
Alright. Oh, you can have this back. I like that one. I'm sorry, I missed which one. I'm so bad. I'm like on and off. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of like focused on this too, so I'm like missing when you're saying stuff. I'm gonna put the laptop over here so I can see it easier. Because over where it was, I couldn't really see it. Man, I've been like running around all day. Well, first I couldn't sleep until like 9 a.m. Then I woke up at 2 and had to like go to the store to get medication for my cat who has feline herpes disease and her eye's like really bad right now. I don't like this. I mean, it's not the worst. This one isn't. Expo 76 colors, Salish origins of Spokane's name with feathers in the Mobius design. I mean, I don't know anything about like the Mobius design, how that relates to Spokane necessarily. But I mean, it's not the worst. Like looking at it from a distance, like here on my monitor, I'm looking at it big and I'm like, no, it's not great. But then like looking over at it on the little display in my OBS on my iPad. It's not bad. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm conflicted on this one. I didn't expect to be. I'm gonna like do a little test here. Okay, I'm just walking by, look over. Oh, it's a flag. You know what? That's actually pretty good. I don't necessarily like the lines of the feathers. I think it would have to be cleaned up quite a bit. I weirdly like this. I don't know why. I mean, the Mobius, it comes across really. Hang on. Hang on. Look up a Mobius triangle. Okay, yeah, so he's doing like the Mobius thing, but very subtly with the feathers. And just like on the black background, I don't know, like something about this is striking me right. I don't know what it is. 'Cause I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me considerably. I'm gonna vote for it, you know? It's still not my favorite. That's still my favorite so far. It just looks bacony. That's the only problem with the one down there. But this is solid. This is a solid design. It just needs to be cleaned up. The feathers need to be cleaned up, I think. It needs to be a little bit less detail or bigger detail. There's a lot of small detail here, and that's not good. That's not good. Okay, this is the first one I've seen with the bridge. And that kind of surprises me. I thought there would be a lot more bridge. Is the music stop? No, okay. Just change songs. No, I mean, this is obviously awful. The sun's awful. I hate it. Oh my god. So many people are like, wait. Note the rainbow in this flag is approximately the 7 colors of the classic ROYGBIV visible light spectrum, not the 6 colors of the gay pride flag. Though the symbolism of celebrating diversity is similar, the diversity it stands for here is in a broader sense than exclusively sexual orientation or gender identity. What the fuck is he even talking? What rainbow? What? What rainbow is he talking about? There's no rainbow. I've placed a rainbow prominently in 2 of my 3 designs. Oh, okay. So this is his 3rd that doesn't have the rainbow. Oh, whoops. I didn't use the arrow to do the counter. My bad. I hate it. Huh. Huh. Why the stars? Huckleberry blue. I don't hate the huckleberry blue, actually. It'd be better lilac. Lilac would be better. And it should be changed to lilac. That green is actually pretty good. It's like an evergreen green. It's like a Cascadia green. What's the Cascadia flag? I don't really like the Cascadia flag, by the way. I hate the tree in the center. I like the idea of it with the tree. I just don't like the actual tree design itself. That's a much more pleasant green than the Cascadia green. Maybe unrealistic. What's the curve for? 2 star shapes of different sizes, 2 arcs defining colors. The stars have 4 points each, making them easy to reproduce. The stars come from the Spokane tribe's sun imagery, which has also been used in all previous Spokane flags. The smaller stars are a representation of children of the sun. Ooh. Children of the sun. Okay. Okay. Like a sun had a child. And it's like a smaller sun. I like that. It's not what it's not the like intention of the phrase, but I like the creativity of that. And I think that's a cool interpretation, like a little sun to a smaller, like a little star to a bigger star. Children of the sun. I can get behind that. But roughly, wait. The smaller star is a representation of Children of Sun motto, but also roughly maps the Spokane metro area with Spokane Valley to the east. Okay, I can see that. Sort of. It's a little bit of a reach, but yeah, it's a reach. It's a bit of a reach. Maybe if there were more like tiny stars that like made it map out a little bit better. 2 arcs on flag represent the Spokane River curving downward to mimic the Spokane Falls. The green left in the negative space mimics the arch of the bridge. Wait, green left in the arch of... Okay. It's kind of a reach. Design specifications. Oh, that's nice that they actually put the colors on there. Left side of flag. When is being... Yeah. This guy is definitely like a vexillologist. He's giving like all the specifications for the flag and everything. Yeah, this is a solid design. I don't know if this is the design I want for our flag, but I like this design. It's good. No. Also no. Ew. Wait, what was this? Minimalist? I mean, minimalism's fine, but no. I feel like we saw this one already. Huh. I don't like the star. 1 star represents children of sun. Yeah, I get that, but it's you can't represent the sun with a like gold star. No, this would be called the gold star flag. I don't hate this, but yeah, that star ruins it for me. The one with the stars was really cute too. Wait, which one with the stars? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was cute. It like worked. No. Whoa, what the fuck? What does that even represent? Diagonal band features a pattern that is based off of one that belongs to the native Spokane tribe. The color of background is lilac, representing local flora. Huh. I don't hate it. What is this? Oh, there it is. Oh, they submitted this 4 months ago. Okay. I found this cool pattern on the homepage of SpokaneTribe.com. Okay. Okay, so that's the... That's... I don't think that I want this as the flag, but I love that creativity. They like... I'm torn with this one because I don't know that the lilac goes well behind it, right? It's so unique. It's a bit too simple in the corners for me. Yeah, I feel that. Like this, it's a little bit too much nothing there. I feel like this worked into some other part of a flag design would be cool. Colors don't work with lilac. No, they don't. I'm gonna give it a like because I think that, yeah, the middle part's just very, it's, I can't believe they got it from this. That's insane. And it's very good. It's very good. It just doesn't work with the flag, but I'd like to see that incorporated into a different flag design. You know, I feel like, I don't know. I like it. I mean, I don't like the flag. I just like the idea. That's a terrible flag. This is very nice because I have like it on a big screen here, and then I have my iPad with OBS on it over here, so I get like a big version of the flag and then a small little version, and it makes a huge difference looking at it when it's like this big in front of you and when it's like this big in front of you and when it's like this big. It makes a huge difference. It's not my favorite, but that one's cute. It is cute. That blue's kind of wild, but it's very watery blue. I get it. It's got like the line for the river. That's why there's so many like white lines running through flags, is because of the river, Spokane River. It's very iconic. We all stand. You know, this is decent. This is like the first round of voting, so if like there's a decent design, it doesn't have to be like, oh, this is absolute, like this is the best, so I'm gonna give it a like it's a good design. Like I can have a like, no, okay, fuck this, absolutely no, okay. Whoever made this, good job making a flag. That it's a personal preference. I hate a circular thing, like a circular pattern in the middle of a flag. I don't like it. This looks like the Spokane, like, okay, hang on. That's the seal. Okay, so it's not... I can't really justify myself having such a distaste for this because it's not absolutely terrible. I don't like that this mountain has the same color as the background. I just don't like it. I don't like flags like this. I don't like that. Yeah, I can't like that. It goes against my... It's a personal preference. Flags like this are legitimate, whatever. No. No. But I'm curious what this is about. Lilac silhouette of the pavilion. Huh. Interesting. If you don't know the Spokane Pavilion, it's probably going to pop up again. It's this guy here. Recently, as of like last year or 2 years, like 2 years ago, it was completely remodeled. They took off this giant like covering that was covering it and put in these light bars. So now you go in there at night and it's all lit up like this. That's super rad. Like, that is an iconic spot. So I could see this showing up in more designs, as well as the clock tower. Oh yeah, it had like a covering like this from like the World Fair back in the 70s. And we have the clock tower in downtown here. There's the merry-go-round. This is a super old photo. There's still like the carousel here. Could have added snowy mountaintops. Yeah. Maiden Mount, more lilac. I need to see more of our state's iconic places. Oh yeah, like if you ever came to Spokane, that'd be where we'd go. Absolutely. I don't need all of these. What is this? The fuck is this? This has nothing to do with anything. No. I still don't like it. Huh. This is a sun based on a pattern I saw on a plateau basket? What? What's a plateau? What? What's a plateau basket? Oh. Okay. It's like a Native American basket. It's not bad. It just doesn't have a lot of symbolism for Spokane. It's like a solid flag design though. Kind of interesting to make a flag after a basket. Yeah, right? But I don't hate it. Like, this is a solid flag design. It's good. It just doesn't have a whole lot of symbolism. Like, I guess the sun. What are the 6 points though? What's the... Yeah, symbolism's a bit off, but it's a good flag design. I'll like it. Cause it's a good design. It's just not Spokane, you know? Huh. Okay, so there was one that was very much like this. Maybe it's Spokane All Seeing Eye, right? Repetitious pattern, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there's one that had like these just as bars straight up and down. It's significantly better with the arch because it's trying to look like our bridge downtown here, which I'm surprised this hasn't come up more. Like, it's definitely come up in these designs, but yeah, it's very iconic for like downtown, those arches. This design's significantly better than the last one. I still don't like it. Kind of cute. Kind of reminds me of Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, it's kind of cute. I mean, the salmon scales are like, they're just weird. I don't know that I like them. I like how this one's a bit longer. It's like, why is that longer? Why is it a different color? I don't know. But it's not a good flag design. No. It's too simple. And not like minimalist. It's just simple. Same with this. It's a feather, a wave, and a sun. Huh. Drew from water, green, mountain under the sun, the children of the sun depicted here through the cresting over Mount Spokane, surrounded by blue sky. I don't like it. Something about it just I don't like. And I can't tell you why. No, I don't like it. This no, that is pink, that is not a lilac. Yeah, no. That is pretty girl pink. That is a pretty girl flower. No, that's like girly power flag. Not gonna happen. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I don't know that I like the green and the blue. I really like this in the center though. That is great. With the feathers and the black at the end, and they're all coming out like rays of the sun. That is great. I really like that. I don't necessarily like that green. What I got against pretty girl pink? Nothing unless it's on a flag that's supposed to represent. Like, look at this. It's like it like belongs in Claire's. Like, it's not a Spokane flag. I like this one. It uses space well. Yeah, it does. A slightly different color green, and maybe tweak the blue since you're tweaking the green. But yeah, that's solid. That is the center is solid. The rest might need some work. But yeah, that is really good. Wow. This is the first like sun one that I've actually liked. This is like the first sun representation that I've actually liked, because so many of them try to do this thing with the sun, you know? And it's like, we don't need that. We're getting rid of this flag because we don't want that. So, and just because it's a terrible flag, look at it. Look at our awful, terrible flag. It's awful and terrible. All right. Oh, yes, I did like it. Okay. It has its charm. I mean, I bought one, so it definitely has some amount of charm. No, I don't like that drawing. Okay, looking at it being smaller, it's not as bad from far away. I don't like the colors though. The blue is way too dark. The lilac is too light pink. If the colors were different, I might have a different opinion about this. I don't like the bars either. Honestly, this looks like a... Wait. Yeah, it looks like it's got like some trans flag vibes, which cool, but I don't know, not necessarily what I think of when I think Spokane. God, no. I don't like it. Huh. Huh. Look at that. Huh. Flag proudly displays Spokane as the Lilac City. The cropped lilac is centered on a blue background, which represents the Spokane River and its significant contribution to the area's history and city's development. The center of the lilac is yellow to pay reference to the first people, the children of the sun. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I love this one. I might like this better. What do you think, Davis? Which one do you like better? This one or this one? This one's like a super solid design, but it's got the bacon on it. How many flags are there? More flags are there? Let's see. We've gone through about 54, so maybe like 250. Or something like that. There's like over 300. I think the count's a little off there. I like the one you're currently viewing. I like it too. I really like this. Dark blue doesn't do it for me. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a way better color blue. I would way prefer having this flag. All right. That's getting yoinked. That's the current favorite. That's a solid ass design. That's pleasant to look at. The only thing I'm unsure about is the sun. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with the sun because it's very geometrically pleasing with all of this. So, stretch. I'll stretch. Thank you for caring about my health. Oh God, it feels really good too. Thank you. I actually really needed that. That's really nice. Oh God. Like, I could just do a simple stretch when people do the stretch thing, but like every time I do, I'm like, oh, stretching feels really good. I'm just gonna stretch fucking everything, you know? So this here does not need to be on that high. Holy shit, it's actually getting pretty hot in here. Hey, Axtro, what's going on? How are you? We are voting on flag designs for Spokane's new city flag. Because today's the last day we can do that. This is my favorite so far. Just found it. It's pretty damn solid. It's got lilac. It's got the sun for Spokane, means children of the sun. I'm pretty alright. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night and had to run around and get some medication for my cat today. So it's a little stressful. Especially with me wanting to stream flag voting and it stopping in what, like 3.5 hours? Yeah, something like that. Might go soon because it's 11:28 for me. All right. No worries. Do I know you, IRL, Axtro? No, I don't. Like, you've been by before, but hey, 3 bits, thank you. For some reason, your username just, like, hit me, like, feels like okay, I don't know you, IRL. Okay, it's just because you've been by before. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Oh, you have a little, like, #1 bits next to your thing. Yeah, you came by before. All right, next flag. What could the symbolism for the digitizing out be? We're not like a tech capital here. I don't get the pixels either. I don't like this flag at all. It chose to portray the view of Spokane while driving back from the airport. The subtle heart-shaped landscape is always a welcoming view to everyone who calls Spokane home and those stopping by for a visit. Colors represent our vast skies and bodies of water. Visualizing children in the sun. Yeah, but why the... Okay, he didn't even explain. Fuck that. There is like something I haven't seen in any of these flag designs, which I kind of thought I would. I need to. There's like a view you get of the city when you're driving in on, I believe it's I-95. Wait, is it I-95? Hang on, I need to go to maps real quick here, and I don't want it to show my location. I don't know if it will or not. I-90, okay. Okay. Hey, Noct, what's going on? It's interesting. Yeah, the pixels are so weird. Spokane view I-90. I really want here. Okay, so when you're like entering Spokane, like coming from Seattle, right? Or anywhere like to the west of us, you get this, like, you're just driving down the highway, and then all of a sudden, like, downtown Spokane just comes into view, and it's super awesome. And I kind of thought we would be seeing more of this, just because it is pretty cool. I'm not saying I'd like a design based on like the highway going into Spokane, but it's just a really cool view. Wait, can I save these images? Can I save this? No. I think it saves it when I screenshot it. That is so pretty. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Is there a better? Yeah, this one too. This one's during the day, but very similar. You just like see it, you know? Like I remember when I lived in Oregon, like coming back to Spokane after living away from it for a while, just like the feeling of like seeing it there after, like, just like I'm home. Like it's so great. Such a good feeling. This one, no, like, no, blue and red, ew. Yeah, I lived in Eugene, Oregon for a little while. I didn't go to school there, but my ex did like a ballet thing there. So we moved down there for a couple years. Then I moved back here like 7 years ago or something like that. Not 7 years, like 6 years ago, I think. Salmon swims up Spokane River's lilacs float on the surface. All right, that's cute, but no. This, no. This is too close to having like blue line imagery, you know? I like this. This is cool, how it has the sun and the lilacs. This is solid. I like this a lot. I hate this. It's like so American. It's got like blue line feel. Concept features blue and white. Emblem is a combination of 4-petaled lilac. Yeah, I really like this actually. I'm gonna oh shit. Oh, well, that works. I was just gonna take a little screenshot of it, but all right, yeah, nope. No, what? Wait, oh, that's the pavilion. Okay. Wait, the bottom portion depicts the concave midsection of a sturgeon nose canoe. What the sturgeon nose canoe? Okay. Apparently. Pavilion, instantly recognizable. Yep. Nope. I don't like it. Not a good sign. Nope. I hate that sun. It looks like a butt, does it? It does look like a butt. You're right. This is literally just our 1917 flag, but a different color and without the S. And it's better. No, it's not better because I like the thinner wide line a lot better. It like represents waterfall. This was an okay flag. 1917 flag. That was a solid flag. And then we changed it to, where is it? After the 1917 flag came, where the fuck is it? I mean, it's here. It like Spokane, Lilac City, and had like a like drawing of downtown, and it's like that doesn't belong on a flag. And then I think it was like some city councilman's wife who was like in a quilting club or something came up with this, and he just changed it, the flag design, to this abomination of a flag. Like we've gone backwards in flag design. That's why I'm so psyched about this like new flag, like referendum. They're taking votes. They have over 300 designs. It's like, this is what we started with. This is pretty rad considering all city flags. Like the S kind of sucks, but that star isn't even bad. That's a decent star. Like compared to this and some of the stars we've seen on these, like this is a pretty good star. Take the S away. You have the falls. And then we got like oh, here's a drawing on a flag, and it's like that's not what flags are for. And then we got an abomination, a clip art putrid vomit heap that is the Spokane flag seen there. I mean, nicest way, but you can't have a flag that immediately think of a butt, right? Unless all of us vote for it. No, this isn't a Bodie McBoatface situation. Like, they're not gonna make the final decision based on a vote. They're gonna consider that and what the people really like. But ultimately, it's like the commission's decision. What the? No. What? Why? Why this? A child made this. No. Too simple. It's just stuff thrown on there. What does the red symbolize? Please tell me. Red and blue vertical stripes represent Pavilion Light Show in Riverfront Park. The Pavilion Light Show has a lot of different colors. It is not red and blue. I don't absolutely hate this. Expo colors. Yeah, so Spokane had a World's Fair Expo here in like the 70s. And these were the colors for it. And these are the colors of our transport system, Spokane Transit Authority or something like that. So these colors make sense in a flag. I don't know if I want them on the flag, if you know what I mean. Especially that green. That blue's pretty good. I mean, they work well together. It's just I don't really want them on the flag, you know? That sun's not the worst. At least they're doing something wavy with it, but no, I don't like it. It's not terrible. It's so simple though. I don't like the white. I think make this blue and the waves white, and you might have a solid design there. I don't like the white. It looks like you just threw an image on there, like a PNG without transparency, you know what I mean? That's what it looks like. Just like two white squares with the thing in the center. Other than that, it's not a terrible design. I wouldn't want it as my flag, but lilac bands, river flows straight through the middle of the flag. Yeah, make this blue, dude. Have that blue extend out. Why not? Have that blue extend out and maybe make the waves either white or that lighter color blue. I don't know whether to vote this up or not. I don't hate the shape of it, like the thing in the center and things coming out. I also don't like the sun, so I'm not going to vote for it, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. Huh. Maybe I have a thing for black backgrounds. Because this is very simple. This is very... I don't like the way the sun's on there. I'm not going to vote for this, but I love black backgrounds on flags. Oh, it is like a redesign of our current flag. Yeah, I don't want anything that reminds me of our current flag. Let's go brand new. Oh god, no. No. It's the pavilion and the clock tower. No. Ah. Utilize shapes of Spokane's. Originally designed by Spokane artist Lloyd L. Wait, Spokane Expo 74 logo. Oh, that's where the Mobius comes from. Okay. I was wondering why that other design had a Mobius. The feather one, which that was a solid design too. Okay. That makes sense. But no, I don't like that, how it clips out. No way. It's not terrible, but it's too simple. No. Are we Egypt? Are we Egypt with a Nile and a pyramid? Mount Spokane. Like, maybe if it was green, dude. Like, not like sand gray. These red and blue flags. What is up with these red and blue flags? Ew. It's like Mario colors. What does the 3 represent? The 3 doesn't represent anything. Okay. If there was a good reason for there being 3 of them, like Detroit's flag. No, not Detroit. Wait, what am I thinking of? Hang on. Wait. What D name city am I thinking of? Baltimore, maybe? That's not D, but... No, not Baltimore. Ew. First of all, ew. Ew. Baltimore. Guys. Come on. It's like often called like one of the best city flags. What the fuck? Where is it? Whatever. There's like a flag with like 5 stars. It's very symbolic. There. What is this? Chicago. Okay. Yeah, Chicago's flag. Like those stars represent like 4 very specific things, and like the flag is used everywhere in Chicago. Like there's businesses that use like the flag's colors in their like business, and the 4 stars, and that's what a good flag can do. It can rally people behind it. Okay, this is probably from that one guy. I don't like this one either. I don't like the red sun in the center. I like that he did something else with this. I hope that he has more designs in here using this, because I want to see one that I really like. Reminds me of Canadian maple leaf for some reason. This? Or... Oh, okay, so this is the guy who said, like, rainbows. I mean, obviously I like that, but I don't think that it's a good Spokane flag. I would love rainbows. I would love a rainbow on a flag. I just don't think that it fits Spokane. I'm curious, why is the one blue? Oh god, there's too much symbolism in this. Why is the one blue? I'm not gonna read all that. Fuck it. Huh. Huh. You know, I don't hate that. The teepees is a little... It's a little too on the nose. But you know what? That's a creative use of making the sun. I think the white's actually good. Obviously, it's not going to have this white border. It better not actually have the white border. But I like this. Yeah, this is good. I don't know that I'd want it to be my flag, but if it was, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I don't think it works. The rainbow, yeah, no, it did not work. It yeah, means nothing for Spokane. Is TP TIPI instead of TEEPEE? Wait, is TP spelled TIPI? Is TEEPE just an Americanized thing? Oh, well, I can't. Okay, it's like... They're the same. Okay, they're just both names for it. I think you can also spell T. Yeah, that's how I've always heard, seen it and spelled it, but I was just wondering if that was like... I mean, I guess English is our language anyways, so... the natives wouldn't be like, it has traditionally been spelled TIPI, we will have you know. But I was just wondering if that was like preferred or something. Yeah, no. This is the exact same one. Isn't it? Or is this a different background? It might be a different background. I don't like that background. It's so ugly. Huckleberry blue, but it... I want to see another design with that pattern. Like, I want one of them to hit. I want one of them to smack me, you know? This is awful. Huh. Okay. Okay, Children of the Sun. You have 2 little stars with the sun in the center. I like this. And the blue in the center. This one's very aesthetically appealing. Like this one's got a good. What is the sun? Is that an, because I've seen this same sun pattern has been in multiple. So let's think of Spokane River, other aspects of. Yeah, I'm voting for this one. This one's looks magical. It does look magical. That's what it is. Yeah, I like this one. I still like this one better. I think this one looks kind of grandma though. This one looks magical. Which one would I prefer flying? Oh God. Is this my favorite now? Wait, what? Is this my favorite? Is this my favorite? Wait, hang on. I would love for that to be my... The thing is, it's like very heavily Children of Sun. Like that's what it is. Like this flag symbolizes Children of Sun. Maybe the river with the blue. But first and foremost, it's like children, 1, 2 of the sun. But I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's not like, oh, this represents our lilacs, and this represents our pavilion, this represents our bridge, and this represents our river, and this represents, like, the falls in the river, our waterfalls in our river, they're very important in Spokane. Like, Spokane used to be called Spokane Falls. And it's like before it was like colonized, like the river was like a huge meeting place for like all of the like tribes that live around here. The Coeur d'Alene tribe, Spokane tribe, like a ton. So the river is super important. So I like the river being in the flag designs. And I like lilacs being in the flag design because we're Lilac City. But foregoing both of them to just focus on Children of the Sun having a magical flag design? Oh God, I'm torn. Is this my favorite? I'm real quick going to, oh shit. I'm real quick gonna go screenshot this one with my screenshot program for saving for the future. And I'm gonna screenshot, what was my other favorite? I really do like this one. I just don't think that it, I don't know, I don't think this can be our flag, but I love the Mobius with the feathers. What was the other one? Where are you? There you are. Yeah, now looking back at this one, it's not near as good as the other ones. And that bacon wave, that's gonna get made fun of. It's gonna be the bacon flag, you know? Which I wish it didn't. Where are we? God, looks like we're only like a quarter of the way through, and I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I've only got 3 hours left. I probably need to hustle. Did I take a screenshot of this already? I think this is my favorite. And Bacon Wave. I think this is my favorite one. It's not exactly minimalist because of the fire of the sun, but I like the flames of this sun. I don't know. It's very... This is iconic. Yeah. This is my favorite so far. And it's probably because it's magical. And I have a weakness for magical shit. That's the way it's gonna be. And so it is. No. No. Too much white space. I don't like white on flags. What the hell is up with this one? Okay, you got the falls. Oh, you know what? Downtown Spokane in the park actually does have a lot of, like, structures like this now. Basalt bronze. Bark scales, ponderous pines. I don't hate it, but I don't like the white of it, so. What is the purple line for? Horizontal lilac stripe represents a woven communion. Oh, fuck off. Wait. How is this different than the one we saw before that's like this? Oh, way better colors. Well, I mean, it's more Spokane colors. Sure, I'll give that a thing. See, this one's better. This one's better than the last one. We don't have a thing in the middle of one of our falls, though, so I don't necessarily get the symbolism there. No. That orange is weird. Why the triangles? Pavilion? No. 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 I mean, this one isn't the worst, but it's... I don't want to go back to a previous design. I want a new design, you know? Let's not go backwards. Let's go forwards. Oh, Cascadia. No. Ooh. Actually, this one's interesting. I like how they alternate the blues. If these were like trees, I guess it kind of looks like a tree. Yeah. That's a pretty good design. I'll give that a like. It's not my favorite, but... This one looks too kiddie. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't like it. I mean, symbolism in the middle represents the top of the Spokane clock tower. What the fuck? No, it doesn't. Clock tower is not a triangle. Like Mount Spokane and the native tribe. That kind of works. But I just don't. I don't like it for Spokane. Kind of like that one with the teepee. It's simple, but I love the color scheme. Yeah, it's not a bad design. I'll give it a like. It's not a bad design. It's just not... It doesn't fit us. Huh. I don't like the green. but it goes really well. I mean, these are Spokane colors, and this is like a pretty solid design. Is it too busy? I like it too. I think this one's a lot more Spokane than this one. I like the simplisticness of this one, and it's magical. I just like it a lot. But I think this one works better for Spokane because it's like the bridge, you know? No. I wanted to create flag designs with an emphasis on major aspects of Spokane. I wanted to incorporate sun, blah, blah, blah. Blue S-like stripe. Yeah, everybody's doing that. I don't like the center of the sun. Everything else about it is pretty rad. I like the sun and the two stars. Obviously, I like that. I just don't like. First of all, I don't get the stripe above and below. That doesn't quite make sense to me. But I don't get the green. Like there. Maybe like green on these to represent trees. I could maybe like get. Like maybe if this was blue. It's not terrible though. I don't like this. It's just a silhouette. It's like a stamp. No. The other one with this pattern was better. Still not doing it for me. No. No, I don't like the blue. I like how simple it is. No. Whoa. Whoa. What the fuck? No. First of all, no. It's too wild. It's too wild. It's too wild and crazy. More sturgeon nose canoes. This is just so wild out here. On side note, I want to say your hair looks amazing today. Thank you. Appreciate that. I just threw some like pomade stuff into it real quick right before I started streaming. Also, there's like a little mistake there. No, it's too crazy. I kind of like it too. That's why it's hard, but it's way too loud. It's way too like, it screams at you, and I just don't. No, I don't like it. No. This one's got some Seattle vibes. It's kind of got like a little bit of the same, like, not it. I mean, it's almost not nowhere similar, but lilacs, you got a fish on there. I don't hate that fish. Wait, is that an orca? Is that an orca? Wait, the salmon. Bitch, that's an orca. That's not a salmon. I don't know what this means. Love flowers in pink color. Yeah, it's got lilac stuff. Looks like a salmon to me. All right, it's a salmon. You win. It's a salmon. It's not terrible. It made me think. No. No. You can't just throw colors on there. I kind of like what that's doing there, but no. Doesn't. Well. No. No. Again, this is like, it's giving me real like trans flag vibes, and I just don't think that works for Spokane. No. Too neon. No. Too much focus on the bridge. I don't like the. There's been so many like this, like the fish going. I'm trying to go a little bit faster because I'm behind. And I don't know how many flags there are. It said over 300, so there could be. I would assume they'd say over 350 if there was over 350. No. This is the first fish one I haven't hated, but I still don't like it. At least the colors on this are decent. Like the sun in this. It's alright. No. It's not the same one as before. The colors are different. Yeah, a lot of these are like variations submitted by the same people. You were able to submit multiple designs. That's why we see so many of the same elements coming back. This is hard to look at. That's hard to look at. That looks like Bernie Sanders. Why does that look like Bernie Sanders to me? Did he use those colors? I don't think this works for Spokane. It's like it's sunrise. What is this? Oh, it's a teepee with like an antenna. It's like a teepee, but hang on. But it's got TV reception. That belongs on a flag. It's got an antenna. Oh God. No. It's also too long. I'm sorry. That flag is too long. Like a long flag could, you have to do something to deserve that length as a flag. What is this? A child made this. No, it's too simple. No, I hate the S. No. Actually don't hate that on the left, but no. I feel like we saw one like this before. No, I don't like it though. Again with the fish. Okay, the thing about the fish. Yes, Spokane Falls, Spokane River. It was very important for food, for fish. But what we've done to this river, you cannot eat the fish out of it. Like, it is disgusting how much pollution is in this river. Like, you can't eat the fish out of it. So I don't necessarily like the fish because we don't deserve to have fish on our flag with how we've treated our river. We don't deserve to have fish on the flag. We don't deserve to... what the fuck is this? We're not a river going out to the sea. TP in a green line. I don't understand the pattern here. Again, what is that blue? I'm not going to read that to figure out. Still doesn't work. American values. American values. I'm surprised I haven't seen more like striped flags, you know, like America stripes. No, I don't like the red of the sun. That S is too much, man. That is too much of an S. No. I mean, I like the pattern. It's cool. It's very busy. Sun radiating in the sky. It's very busy, and I don't necessarily like how it clips. I don't know what you do, like a square flag, like a battle flag or something. Pattern's very cool, very Aztec. It is very Aztec. Yeah, it doesn't fit. It's a very cool pattern, though. Children of the sun. No. What? No. I get what they're trying to do. It's Mobius, it's with the colors, but it's not hitting it for me. What's the symbolism for the square? You have to justify that. Under one sun is children waves under. No, if you're gonna square it off like that, you gotta justify that. Nope. No, it's a circle in the center. That S is way too much. Is that the same? That is the same sun. Is it? It is the same sun. I wonder if that's taken from somewhere. I do not believe that the same I've seen this sun multiple times as well. Hang on. First of all, why am I using Bing? Hang on. I feel like a lot of simpler designs were made with clip art or something, yeah. Like, I feel like I'm gonna find the sun here. But I'm not. Interesting. Okay, well, I didn't find it right away. Maybe these are made by the same person. I mean, this isn't the worst S, but it's also not good. It's not the same, but sun reminds me of the one shown in Tangled. Oh, yeah. Kinda does. It's kind of got some vibes. Don't like this because of all the white. Don't like that because of a lot of reasons. Kind of not really lots of waviness. Yeah. Nope. Nope. No. What's the symbolism of the 6 there? Oh. As well as 1, founding of Spokane. 2, the Expo. 3, Bloomsday. 4, Hoop Fest. Hoop Fest is represented by a sun on our flag. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. 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 No? No. That's like American. That's got a feeling to it. No, way too much white. Nope. 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 Man, we're just plowing past him. This one's cutting out off a little bit on stream. Because I have the browser extended a little bit and moved out. Try to show more of it. I mean, it's unique, but no, I don't really like it at all. Not really. Lots of waviness, yeah. Oh no, you were talking about Tangled Flag. What the fuck? Lilac and Camasia flowers thrive by the grace of sun, Spokane River, just like people. We're different, we're Spokane, as shown in Morse code. It's... what? That can't be Spokane in Morse code. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that is 7. Yeah, no. I see a llama. Really? Yeah, I don't know where you got that, man. I don't see a llama here. No. It's not the worst, but it's also not good. What? What? Oh, it's just showing both designs. Okay, it's showing like a smaller version, a bigger version. No, I still don't like it. I kind of appreciate that, but I can just look from farther away. There's the antenna again. You kind of like that? Wait, what, that? It is very minimalist. It's just, I don't like the white background. And I think this is kind of odd, the shape of that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's not the worst, but I don't like it that much. Can't have too much empty space. Yeah, especially if it's white. If it's a different color and the color looks good, then that's fine. But wait. Yeah, we are not making that our flag. I'm sorry. Yikes. Or that. What the f... You can't just... No. How about no on that one? These are the same. Like, make it different if you're gonna upload it multiple times. We may have found all the good ones. I like the geometry of this one. Cascadia? Yeah, no. Can't do the Cascadia thing. I like Cascadia. I like the... It's sort of like the Cascadia flag. The tree's kind of weird, but it's alright. I don't like the circle in the center. I do appreciate the geometrical value of that, though. Oh my god. I do it for the hype. Talk about like praise the clock tower. Jesus. No. But I like that this one's different, you know? Oh god, I would hate this. It's too much. There's too much and it's too non-symbolic. It's just like, here's a salmon, here's a evergreen, here's the sun. Don't like that one. I don't like any of these triangle ones. I don't know why they made so many of them. I'm kind of doubting this one is my favorite now, because I'm seeing so many of the sun. I'm pretty sure it's not an original sun. Either that or this person drew the sun and submitted like 30 flags. Ooh. This one's solid, I'd say. It's both the lilac and the sun together. I don't know that I like the background, but yeah, that I like this design. That's good. That works. Good job, whoever did that, and especially the alternating colors. That really sells it. Colors are amazing. Yeah, I just don't know about the background. Maybe, very possibly. An eye? Always watching, 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 always watching. No, we're not doing that. That ain't happening, bruh. I was thinking the sun was imploding and becoming a black hole. Oh. Yeah, that could be. No. About a no on that one. About a no on that one too. See, I'm fine with them using like this in a design of a flag, but like the whole dang bridge, nah, fam. Ooh. A flag represents our region's heritage and history. The main focus of the flag is the yellow circle representing the sun. 4 diamonds in the sun represent various regions that the Salish people occupy, and the Salish people as a whole. The southernmost diamond is highlighted to represent our Spokane's Salish people, as the area are in the southern interior of the Salish. What the fuck? The purple lines are meant to represent cupping hands, bringing community together. The blue represents the river. I hate the hands thing. Maybe if you like took the thingies out. But I'm gonna give it an up. I mean, I like that. They put thought into it, and I don't like the thingies, no. Cupping hands that bring the community together, that doesn't belong on a flag. Like, that's something that could be said like anywhere. Like, oh, our hands bring the community together. Literally any city could say that. Like, it says nothing about us. And it's not true. Like, we have so many homeless people here. It's ridiculous. So don't tell me we have helping hands that bring the community together, when we elected a mayor who said the solution to the homeless problem was not to invest in homeless shelters, but to invest in the jail. Don't tell me we have a community of helping hands. Saying that out loud does make it sound pretty lame, yeah. We don't deserve that. She needs to go, yes. Nadine Woodward. Yeah, not a huge fan of Nadine Woodward here. She was a news anchor with no government experience whatsoever, and she ran against a somewhat progressive city council member who was like the president of city council, or like the top guy in city council. Lots of experience. He, knows how to do shit in government, knows how government works. He's been on city council for a long time. And when she was asked what her plan was for various things, she would say, we're going to look at it and I'm going to come up with a plan with the community. Whereas he would actually give an actual detailed plan. And she won. So, fuck us, right? Could not believe she fucking won. She had more signs up everywhere. She had more name recognition out there. Ben Stuckard really needed more. He needed to be known more. Yeah, campaigning makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. It sucks. Now we're stuck with her for another 2 years till re-election. I think it's like a midterm thing. Or no, it might be no. This is her first year, so another 3 years. I think it's like the year after the midterm was when the mayor election was. I think this is her. Is this her first? I think this is her first winter. For my final flag, I intended the design to be more native focused, keeping the same sweeping design as second flag. Mountain Pavilion symbolism remains, but the green is switched for a dark blue to more closely represent the Spokane River. Again, 3 colors for the band. Sun is now smaller hole, moved away from the heading and flag. I just don't like it. It's just like, it doesn't strike me as like special. Sorry. Oh my god. Huh. Is this made out of felt? White for positive living. Alright, my dear, I'm gonna head out. It's fun getting to go through these with you today. Yeah, thanks for coming by and hanging and giving your opinions on these. I got maybe 100 left to go, so I'm gonna probably slam through them. Because I still need to go to work tonight, which is going to be fun. I'm on Adderall, so it should be fine. I don't know how much longer it's going to have an effect, though. I took it at like 2 or 3, so. Oh no, hurry and get some rest, right? No, I got to go through all of these, man. I gotta do this. I'm going to give this one a little up. Just because I like it. It's made out of filter paper or whatever. Nope. Hurry and get some rest. Have a good night, Davis. Have a good night's sleep and whatnot. I guess it's not bedtime yet, but sweet dreams regardless. Cutie. Good night. I like this sun. I don't like the rest of it. kind of like the Mobius surrounding the sun, but in all that white space, not really feeling it. No. 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 Mm-mm. Not a huge fan of that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Not a huge fan. Nope. Yeah, no. No, God, no, no children of the sun. I mean, no actual children. I like how many people. This is the first one with like people outlines I've seen. And to be fair, these people outlines are dramatically better than these people outlines. Like, there is a big difference between them. But yeah, no, not a fan of the people outlines. Huh. Hey. I don't know about the gray, but maybe make that like lilac or something, but yeah, I can get behind this one. I'll take a little screeny of that. Yeah, I like that. I wonder if that's my new favorite. It's tough because that favorite I have there, it's not. Okay, hang on. Let me look at some of these favorites real quick. I don't actually know where these go. Actually. In screenshots folder? Yes. Okay. I don't need two of those. Okay, so I don't think the black design is my favorite anymore. Is one of them anymore. I don't like that one. I don't know why I have that one in there. Oh, because I like the pattern in the center. I still think that one's solid, but it looks like bacon. I still like that one a lot. This one, I like how magical it looks. I don't know if magical is what we're going for, you know? But Children of the Sun. Children of the Sun, though. Wait, I got the mouse cursor in the middle of it? What? Shit, I have the mouse cursor in the middle of all of these. Fuck. Thing is, I don't really like the Expo colors, but it's very Spokane. And I don't know about the gray in the center, but I love the feather Mobius. I think that's a great design. Yeah, I'm not willing to call that my favorite at the moment, but it's alright. What the fuck? Iconic yellow and red sun. Iconic? I don't think that's iconic. I mean, it could be if it becomes flag, I guess. No. Ooh. Huh. it's less magical looking, but I mean, I'm definitely okay. Get my mouse away from there. Yellow, yellow. I wonder how it would look with some lilac in there. Which one of these do I like better? I don't know. I think this one fits Spokane better. So I don't necessarily like it better, but I don't know that I don't like it better, so I'm gonna make that my favorite for right now. Oh, whoops. Give that a little like there. Awesome. Looks like we're like 4/5 of the way through. That one's not terrible, actually. I don't know that I love it, but it's got some uniqueness to it. And I like the colors. Maybe aside from the red. Or orange. I like that this one's just like made out of paper. I appreciate that. I don't like it though. No. No. Ew. No. Still don't like the fish. Still not a fan of the fish. It's got some like 90s to it. Wait, did I? No. No, I don't like that. It's too, like, overwhelmingly Washington. I like that one I have as my favorite more and more as I look at it. I'm liking it more and more. All these paper craft ones. That one's not super terrible, but it's hard to say and really see it when it's not like a graphic design, you know. Interesting. The canoe, the tree, you know what? This one's pretty alright. For like a symbol in the middle of a single color flag. I like that one. The canoe really sells it, I think. No, I don't like any that are using the old flag design. Especially don't like the colors on that. I don't like that. No. No. This is the only fish one I've liked. Damn it, I actually kind of... I don't know if I like this as a flag. I like this as an image. Oh shit, did I? Yeah, I started it with the mouse in the middle. Again. I have to take all of these. There we go. I'll give that like... Oh my god. I like the other one that was like this better. I don't hate the wave coming out of the star like that. I just don't like the star being like six-pointed like that. Flag uses a 3-bar style, undulating shape to represent the river and sky. Sun, Camasia Flower in the center. I don't know. It's not awful, but I don't like it. I don't like that sun. Ooh. Mount Spokane, Mount Kit Carson. I like this, but I just don't see it being a Spokane flag. Too simple. No. What does the black represent? Based on Spokane Flag Commission logo. Just when I saw it on document, I looked at it and said this wasted opportunity, so I decided to make a flag. Oh, it's like a tapered. Okay. No. No. Looks too clip arty. It's like a little dude in there. Lilac flowers at the center. Petals of flower overlap to outline a stylized human form with arms stretched out to symbolize the city's welcoming and openness to all. The human form is colored bright yellow and is also depicted to look like the sun. I like that. It's kind of hard to look at, but I like it. I think that's cool, you know? Oh shit, I keep doing it with the fucking mouse in it. Wish it would just hide the mouse. Maybe that's an option in ShareX. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I like that. I like the little dude. I feel like that could be like a Spokane thing. That could be our like thing, the little like sun dude. I don't like that. I don't hate this for some reason. Why don't I hate this? No, I don't like it. There's better sun ones. Don't like that. Oh, there's another of the sun dude. Wait, how's this one different? It's actually lilac. Got the blue thing going through it. I'm gonna up this one. I think the other one was better, but I hope there's another one with it. I want to see one of these with the little sun dude that I really love. This is almost good, but it just feels kind of awkward. It feels like a funnel rather than a waterfall. I kind of like the triangle thing going into the blue, but no. No. What the fuck? The steer mixed with the white sun is an example of how the native population is united to become one with the population of Spokane as a whole. Okay, well, I don't like the steer. I don't like the dudes the way they are. I don't like this. Why do I feel like this is the one that's gonna win? I mean, it's kind of cool. Like the shape of the bridge goes into the shape of the headdress. Did Salish actually wear a headdress like this though? Is my question. What do those arrows represent? Oh, it doesn't have a description. Neat. I don't like this detail there. This being kind of cartoony and overflowy. It's alright. I don't like it that much though. I don't want that to be our flag. I'm taking that back. Nope. Nope. That's very simple. Nope. Tell me about this. It's the sun. It's got some lilacs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. No. I don't like the green line going through it. No. 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 Oh my god, that's all of them. Okay. I need to go clip out my favorites again because it kind of messed with me. That's the one with the mouse. No, thank you. That's the one with the mouse. No, thank you. Okay. So if I look through here, I can't believe that's all of them. I went through every single one of the designs. Get that saved. Did I get a good one of this? Where's the mouse? Yeah, I got a good one of that. That one's the bad one with that. Get rid of it. Any others? Wait. The green? No, I didn't like the green. That's a good, like, seal. Like a good stamp, but I don't like it for the flag. Oh, come on. Oh, I can search by, okay. I can get another one of this one. I don't think I like this one as much anymore, though. Oh, whoops. This one is cool. I do like that one. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of this one. I don't know. It's low resolution anyways. I did like this one. This one's grown on me quite a bit as well. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think I like the black one as much anymore. I'll get another one of it. Another screenshot. I like this one too. Take a screeny of it. Oh, whoops. Oh, fuck. Gotta wait for that to go away. Alright, I want to tweet out like my favorite 4. That's why I'm taking so many screenshots. I just want to save the good ones, you know? Because there are some good flag designs in here. There's not one that strikes me as like the one I absolutely definitely want, though. To be completely honest. The colors on this one are pretty good. For a simplistic one, that one's pretty good. I don't know about this one anymore. I did like this one a lot, but it's just too bacony, you know? It's got too much bacon. Okay. This one's the mouse one. This one's the mouse one. That one's a full screen. That one's a full screen. That one's a full screen. That one's full screen. That one's a mouse one. 12 designs, is that it? We have this one, which is hard to look at. This one, which I think is kind of neat. That one's growing on me. Which is very magical, and I would love to have be in a town with a flag like this, but it's probably not going to happen. This one, which I feel like the design's pretty solid, honestly. This one's more simplistic and nice. This one's got the Expo colors and the feather Mobius. I think that's pretty neat. This one, I think I think this one's still my favorite out of them. I like the way the blue cuts into the sun. And it's got the two smaller stars, which are like children of sun. I do like this one. I wish that this design was on something else, you know? The only fish one I like. I don't like this flag that much, actually. I don't know why I saved this one. Alright, and there was that one flag. Oops. There's that one that I liked one part of it, but the rest of it was like these weird bars. Yes, this. I like this part. So I just wanted to get that. All right, any others that strike me? Just looking back through them real quick. Did I save this one? No, I didn't save that one. Oh, right. I was like, oh, it's not worth it. Oh, fuck. Good enough. Let's get rid of that. This one's alright. Fuck. Oh, I can just cancel it like that. Cool. That's good to know. Cool. Trying to give any of them a second chance to catch my eye. It better not be this one we go with. It's so boring comparatively. Oh yeah, I didn't like the white stripes. Or necessarily the green. It needs yellow. This one's kind of out there. I don't think it works very well as a flag, but it's kind of neat. Last chance. Anybody? Any takers? That fish one struck me again. Fuck. I don't know why I like it. I feel like this needs to be... I don't know if it needs to be this, because I don't really like the blue stripe there, but it needs something else. Hopefully whatever one is chosen can be refined a bit. That one is good, damn it. All right. It's a round middle one that won me over. That one might be the one that wins. I don't know. I don't know, it's hard to say. None of these strike me as like definite winners. All right, how many do we have? 16, 17. No, this one isn't designed. 16 flags. All right. $16 flags. That one's too hard to see, man. Maybe if it's printed and it doesn't have like a, you know, it's not coming out of a monitor, it would be better, but it's so hard to see. Bacon flag. This one could be a winner too. This one could be the one that wins. I don't think this one's gonna win. It's too magical. This one could win. Any of these. I think it's gonna be one of these. Maybe this one. I like this one. Which are my favorites? This one's pretty solid. I need to take the black one out there because I'll keep it. I don't think it's a real contender though. So there's more like 15. I don't think this one's a real contender either though. I don't know why I saved that. I don't like it. So is this the same? It is the exact same, okay. Okay, so I think maybe so definite favorite. Maybe second favorite. the white on this just like, I don't know. I don't know, the white on this just doesn't strike me. Wait a second. How's this different than the black one? Oh, it's not different. The white's still there. Weird. Oh, there's only 2 of each color. Okay, that makes more sense. I think this one's very simple but very effective. The color on this one just doesn't work for me. Neither on this one. But I think color tweaked, it could be good. The waves on this are just not very river-like. Wait, what was that? Shit, I'm never gonna be able to find it again. There's one that had both like shit, it had the sun and the flower built into it, and it was pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't screenshot it. Why didn't I screenshot that? Fuck. I can't even remember what the rest of it looked like. That's probably why I didn't screenshot it, because the rest of it probably ruined it. Damn it. This is kind of remarkable. Oh, this one. I'll go ahead and take a screenie of that. Yeah, that one's pretty good. I don't know about the background. This one's good too. This one might be one of my favorites. It's very pleasing. The white on this one just kind of kills it for me, unfortunately. Okay. I'm gonna start to compose a tweet. Pictures, screenshots. Add this. Which are my favorites? I think this one's solid. Hey. Just at the tail end of streaming. Hey, which of these do you like most? These are the, oh, whoops, wait, where'd it go? This one's just hard to look at. This one's cool, but it looks like bacon. I don't like the background color on that, but I like the design of it. This one's very magical. Children of the Sun. So you have the sun and you have the two, like, children of it, but there's a better one that's like that. This one has the sun and a lilac built into it. I think that's a really nice design. I don't know about the background, and I don't know how well that works as a flag, but that one I kind of like. What do you think of that one? No?
I don't like the colors.
About that?
It's okay.
Has a star and a lilac for this one. These are Spokane Expo colors, so a lot of them use these colors, as well as lilac. I think this is my favorite so far. It's got the river, it's got the sun, it's got the two children of the sun, which I think is really neat. I think it's I don't know. I like it. I don't know about this one. I think this one might have a chance of winning.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's probably the best one so far.
What about that?
I don't like the black tips of
No?
the feather. Well, not with the color, but it's in the back.
I really like the feather sun
Yeah, the feathers.
rays,
fine.
like,
Yeah.
and I think the black is. I mean, look at it in like the little window there, like a little image of it. I think it works pretty well. I'm not sure about the background colors.
Reminds me of a spider.
It kind of does. Oh god, it kind of does. That could have a chance of winning too,
Yeah.
because people like circular logo things in the middle of flags. I don't, but this one has a chance. Revived Moth, what is Spokane? Spokane's a city in Washington. They're getting a new flag, and I just finished going through 300, around 300 flags, looking at them, seeing which one I like the most.
Looks like Google Play.
It does look like Google Play. It's supposed to be like a Mobius, because the Expo was like this Mobius design, but you know, all together. So this one's like feathers to be like little fish going up. There were so many with images of fish. This is the only one I liked. And I don't even like that much.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all the ones that I thought were the best ones, but that's just my view.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope for a little bit better, but
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is just the first round of voting, so
okay. So there'll be more.
there won't be more designs, but they'll be more narrowed down. So maybe when I don't have to look through 300 different designs, it'll be easier.
Cool.
Yep, I'm about to stop streaming in a minute here. I'm probably just going to tweet something out and then stop. How are you today, Revive Moth? This one looks like Sherwa logo. What's this Sherwa logo? Oh. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? A little bit. You're extremely happy. What's going on? What y'all happy about? That's good. Happy is good. I like happy. Let's see. I need to tweet out like my favorite. like this one, like this one, like this one a lot. Rocket League items training, $50 gain. Oh, hell yeah. The only time I've made money off of things in the game, or it was CSGO. I got some, I got a gun from a crate that was like $10, and then I just held on to it for like 5 years, and it ended up selling for like 70 later on. I bought Half-Life Alyx with it. I also went to the Dota Internationals one year, and you get, when you're in the stadium watching games, you get you have a chance to get drops, and those sold for quite a bit, like 100 something each. It would probably sell for more if I'd kept them. One more. Got 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. I asked before so it doesn't do this cutting down bullshit, like cropping that flag. I like Rocket League trading because you can get rich without buying credits. Really? I don't know anything about Rocket League item trading. I don't think items were a thing. I don't think I've played Rocket League since items like that were introduced. How do you trade them? Do you still do via Steam? Can you even trade stuff via Steam anymore? Like, it's not on Steam anymore, right? What is my fourth favorite? Not any of these, not this one. I don't think that. I love that sun one. Which one? This one? There's lots of sun ones. There's this sun one. There's lots of sun ones. The sun one is easy to draw. Little kids draw at school. Which one? This one? Hang on, let me... This sun one? That's sort of a sun. This one's hard to look at. I do love the little, like the sun dude, because Spokane's stands for Children of the Sun. That's why so many of these have suns. This one's pretty neat. My favorite one? Okay. I like this one too. It's a sun in the shape of a lilac with a lilac background. I do kind of like this one. It's just very busy and it cuts off. I don't know how I feel about that. This one's very simple. I could see this one being flown. That's probably going to be my fourth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think all four of these are solid options. with a river crossing the sun. Yeah. I did like this one a lot beforehand, but this is never going to be picked. It's too like magical looking, and also like a shit ton of other flags were using this exact same sun, which I don't know if it's the same same guy who submitted all the flags that use the same sun, or if it's some sort of clip art you can find. I do like this one a lot though, but it's never going to be chosen. The one with the river crossing just may. I would love it if that was our flag. It doesn't feel super Spokane-y though. Like this one feels super Spokane-y. This one feels kind of Spokane-y. Yeah, I feel like any four of these. Gonna do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete my going live tweet. All right. Looks like a magic sun. Yeah. Yeah, these are all solid. Watch them go with one that I didn't even choose as one that was worth like copying or screenshotting. All right, well, I'm glad that you're having a good night, Moth. I have been streaming for 3 hours looking at flags, and I have to go to work still tonight and count inventory stuff, which is fun. I'm going to be counting screws and bolts all night. Vote Ryson for Spokane mayor. First of all, no, I would not like that responsibility. Second of all, I would probably do better than the current mayor. She kind of sucks. Not a great mayor. She campaigned on instead of building more infrastructure to help the homeless be like sheltered and whatnot, because we have a big homeless issue in Spokane. Instead of doing stuff to help them, she said instead we need to invest in our jail system, which kind of a bad take, kind of a really bad take, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna go count stuff. Thanks for dropping by, and I'm leaving. Bye.